Long ago, we assumed the world was flat, and indeed today we find that it is. Information technologies have leveled the playing field, compressed vast distances, and connected Texas to a whole new world. The Texas State Historical Association's Handbook of Texas Online is proof positive. It's not unusual to have users from 150 countries access the handbook more than 4 million times in 1 month. Every night around the world, children go to sleep remembering the Alamo and everything Texas. The Texas story is both reality and myth, and it captivates the imagination of people everywhere. We began as the home of rich Native American cultures. Then we became part of New Spain, then Mexico, followed by the Republic of Texas. And that was just the beginning of our heritage of fierce independence and passion for economic opportunity. What makes our history distinctive is the richness of our resources and the diversity of our people. The Texas State Historical Association is a reflection of that unique history. It was formed in early 1897 by Texans who inherited an appreciation of our history and were determined to pass it on to future generations. For more than a century, the association has captured, recorded, and published the stories that define Texas. The Southwestern Historical Quarterly, published by the TSHA since 1897, brings the most authoritative research on Texas history to a wide audience of history lovers and scholars. The association began publishing books in 1918 and now has well over 100 titles to its credit. In 1952, former TSHA Director Walter Prescott Webb, an internationally acclaimed scholar, pioneered what he deemed the product of combined literary genius and scholarly ability of the people of Texas. The result was a 2-volume encyclopedia named the Handbook of Texas, a trailblazing resource about all things Texas. In 1996, the association premiered the vastly expanded New Handbook of Texas, which included more than 6,000 pages and some 24,000 articles in 6 volumes. This immediately became the most popular resource for students, teachers, historians, researchers, and everyone who wanted to know something about Texas and its past. In 1999, the whole world gained access to the Handbook of Texas when it was made available digitally as the Handbook of Texas Online, providing internet access to all of the handbook's 24,000 articles. 3 short years later, the TSHA launched the Digital Gateway to Texas History Project, an internet portal that greatly expanded access to our state's past and to its future, providing teachers with an array of innovative teaching tools and giving students the material they need to create their own stories about Texas. Ultimately, the Digital Gateway will comprise more than 100 years of TSHA resources into a one-stop digital library, including all of our books, quarterly articles, and ongoing updates to the handbook. This expanded Digital Gateway will also incorporate more than 1,000 articles from the Touchstone and Texas Historian, publications which have led the way nationally for research on Texas history by young scholars. Those who will build the Texas of tomorrow will need online information resources that are richer, deeper, broader, and smarter than anything we built so far. And we're anticipating these challenges. The continuing developments of the Digital Gateway will allow individuals around the world to create and purchase research materials based on their needs and interests, and to have their own customized products delivered as digital downloads, as well as bound printed books. This is to Texas history what the iPod is to music. So you can get Stephen F. Austin on your cell phone, Cabeza de Vaca's route on your latest mapping device, Howard Hughes on your laptop, or Barbara Jordan on your classroom computer. Our mission is to use technology to bridge the gap between the lessons of history and the youth of today and tomorrow. In Texas, those who understand our history will define our future. Texas is a melting pot of cultures. The history of our diversity is also the history of how Texans become Texans, and it's how the world gets to know us. In Texas, tall tales tend to come true. And as we continue to improve our resources, the stories will be told better than ever. In this flattened world, the future of Texas history is now, and it is at your fingertips.